All right, a new recording has begun. Man, we've had some two pretty big events today. That pirate raid with 3 doomsday rockets, very scary. We're up to like 60 pirates. For those of you that don't know, pirates cap out at around 100 on a single raid group. We're not that far off from 100 pirates, which is a little terrifying. We also had a really big mech cluster. So at least they were pretty spread out, or the events in general were pretty spread out today so far, but we'll see what the rest of the day holds for us against Randy. Over this ending in the future with the wealth independent mode. I would really like to see how it is. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, so I'll probably do that at some point. It's not going to be the very next playthrough, but yeah, probably will. Computer, mine crashes if you try to save a 3-hour recording. I have a pretty good computer, but I also have a 2 computer setup. I think you can go to exclamation equipment. I believe there's a link there, and I have a 2 PC setup for the stream. One is doing all the encoding. That's all it does. Just encodes the stream, and one is doing all the gaming, and that's it. And I have those, have a capture card between the 2, so it really alleviates a lot of that stuff. It was a very good investment for the stream when I did switch over to the 2 PC setup a couple of years ago. All right. Or I think it was. Anyway. Let's see how much we have over here before we hit Overhead Mountain. Yeah, there's Link. Those are clickable in there too. I know it doesn't look like they're links, but all the equipments, if you click it, there's Link. Jealous of them. Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. I mean, there's certain things that I still can't stream, but it's all right. I haven't played a lot of those in a long time anyway. But very hard with 80-degree temperatures. Only get raids and no traders. I haven't done a desert run in a really long time. What can I stream? Basically a high motion game, and the reason why is the card in the streaming PC has trouble capturing really high motion. So if I was gonna like play something like Apex or something, I'd have to play on very low settings. But I don't really play those very often anymore anyway. This is the same sunblocker, yeah. So what I did is that sunblocker is still from the first colony. We just left it, and I settled the second colony inside of it, so that stays. So it's the same one. Particle effects really murders yours. We'll check on that in a little bit. Not gonna pro in Apex anytime soon? No, probably not. Last time I streamed for a bounty, though, I won my first game. People were like, "You've been playing this off stream." I was like, it's a little... Not the first attempt. Why? No, this is the same one. Yeah, this is the same run. We're on part 2 now. All this masterwork flak vest, yeah. Yeah, I really like Apex. I haven't played it probably a year now, but I used to play first-person shooters all the time. But yeah. That was back in like the Halo 1, 2, and 3 days when I played a lot, so. Is it possible to attack the faction that takes your base? Yes, but it has defaulted back to a normal faction base when you go there, unfortunately. Oh my god! All this masterwork stuff. Does the old colony do anything now that you sold it? You can trade with them, but it's just a faction base now. Ludian! So, you can go trade with them if you want. You can attack it, but it's just, it defaults back to a normal NPC base. The reason I'm getting all those masterwork is because that +3 ranged weapon mood boost is too OP. That's right. Adam called Rose a dragon. This was a compliment. I love dragons. Dragon these balls. No, this is a family-friendly stream. Don't go there. Turn FPS games because of viewer expectation. The thing about it too is like, I really like to interact with chat a lot, which is unfortunate for some YouTube viewers. Apparently they hate it. But it's much harder to do with action-packed games like that, you know. But that's all right. I enjoy RimWorld It does feel like a job sometimes playing it, but it's a fun job, so can't complain. You want to say it beats to it? Yeah. So it's like one of those one-off. I'll play it every now and then for some fun, for some nostalgia or something. Please stop hitting me. I love dragons. As long as it's not the melee only runs.
Feeling festive.
Yeah. Man, if you guys haven't seen the melee only run, like even if you don't want to watch the whole like 70-hour run, watch the last episode of it. It's the craziest the craziest finale of a RimWorld run I've ever done. I won't spoil it. It's insane. I didn't even remember how absolutely unreal it was until I was checking through the timestamps that. All right. That we're done. But yeah, just absolutely insane. So much blood. So much blood. About 69 hours in. Nice. This point where you walled everything in completely around the ship. Oh, you're almost at the end. Yeah, you got one more episode. The last episode is only a 2-hour episode. Oh my lord. The credits, yeah. Credits are unreal. Let's go on Raw Smokeman. It's your favorite. Excited for you to do it again. I am, and I think I'm gonna combine it with a single colonist victory thing that we've been talking about for a while. Yeah. Hopefully, anyway. Oh, I forgot. These grow anima grass. I was like, where's that friggin' anima grass coming from? That's right, these do. I don't think you can consume it for Psycasting, but that's right. So. Pretty confused there for a minute. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. No, it says 0 because it's not in that green circle. Does that mean if you could get your anima tree... Like, if you had a map where the anima tree was near this? Maybe. No, it kills plants near it too, right? Yeah, I don't know. Beats! Cyril hurled invective of Beats Motel's way of speaking. RimWorld lore. What's up? Cool though, because the hidden challenge is to keep the same 5 colonists the entire time. Yeah, I've really been trying hard. I'm sure you've noticed that. Yeah, I really want to keep our first 5. Does mech high shield intercept mech shells coming from the outside? I don't know. That's a good question. I've never had the them align in that sort of way. So the anima tree, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it would, but that's interesting. If you had mech clusters aligned in that sort of way, so it's having to shoot over. The anima tree. Like high shield land right in the middle of your colony and not explode. So you leave it for defense? Yeah, that's crazy. Let me know how it ends up turning out. I'm really curious about that. Because I know used to When Royalty first came out, Minify Everything, the mod would allow you to move them while they were still on. I'm sure there's still mods like that. But then they made it so that when the cluster was defeated in the base game, that the high shield would just go inactive forever. Back then, you could just move them, kind of like you can with the power cells. But a lot of steel in there. P music, yeah, P music. Speaking of P music, I'm gonna be right back. Good segue, thank you guys. I'll be right back. Leave one turret and a wall it off, hence not defeating the cluster. Yeah, probably. It'd be hard to do, but yeah, be right back. All right, good job. Good job, guys. You did it. Door opening ASMR. All right. Thank you guys for not getting me raided while I was gone. That has happened before when I'm in the restroom. Fastest hand washing of all time. Hand cleaning of all time. Gotta get back. Gotta get back. Mushrooms getting grown. Nice, nice. Kind of interesting those spilled over there.
Welcome back. Your steadfast
Coco,
loyalty is
Mod Wife, John,
appreciated.
Spaghetti, welcome in. Impending misfortune, 38 months since the dawn of time. Back in the teens, the teen numbers. I think of misfortune. Glad you're still around. Hand rigging.
Our modest fellow.
Hold your hands in the toilet bowl. Oh god. Streamer hack. Balls. Thank you for the subscription, balls. Very much appreciated. Much love to balls. Seriously though, thank you for the support. Always glad to be supported by balls. Get out of there. Is it necessary to wash your hands if you don't touch anything? We're talking about like doing like a toddler. You go in there and you pull your pants down, you hold your shirt all the way up. Doot, 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 doot. No, I don't go that way. What's right as geothermal? That is the Architect structure from the new in-game. Alright, the Dark Dungeon voice actor for your sublines? Yes, well I didn't. So what happened is some of them are public, so anyone can use the ones called Ancestral Bestowment. You can look it up on Google if you want. There's a set that Red Hook provided for Ancestral Bestowment. However, back in 2019 for my birthday, a group of people got together for the stream, about 22 people, and they secretly hired Wayne and June to do voice lines, custom voice lines for the channel. He came by the channel, hung out, he followed the stream, followed me on Twitter, And he did those voice lines, including an extra one that was a birthday message. So pretty awesome. I had no idea it was coming either. I was so shocked. I was doing my birthday stream, and right before the end of the stream, suddenly a bunch of people in chat were going, "Hey, Adam, check your email. Adam, hey, Adam, check your email." I had no idea. Zero. And I had an email from Wayne Jude with all the lines and stuff, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. Probably more hygienic to wash before. It's true. You remember that? Yeah, it was so crazy. One of the nicest things that's ever happened to me. Not just the stream, but in general. All right, so that is finally done. We're gonna do some other crazy stuff here. I need to leave some of this open though. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that actually. Like that. Check out Cameo. Oh yeah, yeah. I've looked at that. Will your wife hear that? Do I have that stream somewhere? I do. Yeah, I think it's on the archive channel actually. I think Expedition 2 and D goes to the archive channel. This is so dark. Sun blocker, yeah. Are the sole chance planet will ever see the sun again, and they just laugh all the way back to their dark holes. I think great happened today. Right off the bat, Comfy Cat, we had a 60-something pirate raid with 3 Doomsday rockets. And then we had a massive mech cluster. Also, we had 64 manhunting megasloths. Aside from that, though, no, a pretty chill day. Pretty chill. Aside from all that. Caught me last night. First ready run ruined because you can't keep yourself from adding more quality of life mods. Which one was the nail in the coffin? This is some crazy stuff we got going on here. A dark light in your kill box, the darkness beam, not really clear. No, the darkness light gives 50% light, so that'll drop it with ton. So you're gonna get the mood boost, like the +4, but then you're gonna get the minus or whatever for shooting in the light. So the dark lights are only for mood, where you're not gonna fight. I almost made that mistake early on too, or I think I did in the first little base we set up. So yeah, you want where you're fighting to be dark, 0 light. Pirates coming to tell us to try to fix the sun. Next thing you know, they're getting hit by mortars. What about work speed? Yeah. So it's gonna do the work speed increase normally when they're in the light too. So basically, just make sure it's 0 light where you're fighting, and then dark light everywhere else that you can for the work speed, and the mood boost. Yeah. Wiring for the sun lamp, the animatry, I will, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to run it down this way, which is going to be kind of crazy, but we already have wire to here. Tet, you almost over your addiction, Tet? 98%. A power cell won't be enough to run it. How many power cells would be? It takes 2,900, but it's only on about half the day. So could we do like 3 power cells and a battery or something? Yeah, I think we might as well just run the line at that point. Like, it's not very far from here. Psycast. 2 bionic spines away from starting the second colony, Archonexus. That's sad. You need 4 for it. And the batteries. Siege. Much smaller. Much smaller than the last pirate. This might be a 0.5, Randy. What do you guys got? No rockets or anything like that either? See how these go. Can having transfuse building sleep accelerators for us? No, I haven't thought about that. They're on their way.
This is the dankest dungeon.
Whoa, I haven't heard that in a long time. The dankest dungeon. Who was that? It was R squared. R squared. Thank you for the 420 bits. Thank you, R squared. Much love to that R squared. As always. Sleep accelerators and superchargers are both transhumanist. Yeah, I think so. The biosculptor is not, but I need allies for that. I mainly called it in so that it would take them longer to get here while I was getting people set up, but I might not even needed it for that, honestly. Those free friendlies? No.
Anybody want some cornbread?
Let's see. Oh no! Where are you guys going? We want in the base. We don't care about anything else. Cyril.
Two-time Murano chicken champ right here.
It's me. Thanks, Wayne. Crap.
The Q is a conveyor belt.
Haven't heard this in a while. MA means ask me anything. Good armor. There's some marine armor. Yeah, I found the one. Did anyone else have any? Could also save for rep here. Hopefully, anyway.
It's a
We're getting all of them.
Christmas miracle.
Man, they were all primed up. Want to peek inside? Let's go ahead. Mongo Beef, welcome in. Don't save him. He's called Fluffy. Remember the bear. Remember the bear. Tough brawler. Man, that would usually be such a grab, but some of these are really good. 20 shooting fast walker. I thought that was them for a second from the other colony. 7 hours. She has asthma. I don't care. Save Emily. Burning passion shooting. It's a replacement for Eclair. Get that brawler anyway. I might. Dead in 4. Alright, Fluffy's dead, as it should be. Tat, you're almost over your addiction. Alright, what is this one? Fast walker, which is likely dull. Not that bad either, but we actually have some lungs laying around somehow. I don't know where those came from. Steadfast, kind, nimble. Just resist. Screwball. 19 shooting. 61 years old. Psych addiction. Also asthma. Maybe. Where's the Emily one? I think that's her right there. So yeah. Have some lungs lying around. That's right. Play with darkness meme as well, but keep getting a -24 indoor lit. 0% lit. Any ideas why? It seems like the entire indoor area of that room has to be dark. Yeah, someone else. Oh, that's not them. Did she die? It seems like the whole... no, there she is. All right. Someone else had... I had her. Seems like the whole inside that room has to be dark. Yeah, that's what we've noticed. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was Squid that was carrying her. All right. Tet, hurry up. Yeah, no problem. Let's get those back up. There we go. Thank you. All right. So let's see here. Obviously, we're not going to have that many people doing it, but it's more to map out that little area. So let's have the lamp on this side of it. I mean, maybe I just don't worry about the -8 from it, right? It's more about the growing. Even if they have the -8 deering it, we can make the area better for them to stand there. All right, we'll do it. Let's not cut this one down. So the sun lamp needs to cover about... Let's do about right there to start with. Alright. Do I need to paint it? Yeah, I should do that sometime. I don't think we have any dye left right now, but we should grow a little bit more, I suppose. Alright. How are these prisoners doing? We need to get... Tet, are you done with your... Tet's done. Alright, we can release him back to the colony. There we go. Release Tet. Someone else is already on, or maybe because he's sleeping. Kind of sad that the dye station is just ideology thing, yeah. Grow zones next to the animate tree improves the grass growth rate. Yeah, sure does. At a different point on the map. Power turrets deter breach rate pathing? They do not. They do for sappers, but not for breach. Oh, he's having a breakdown still, right? Maybe. Yeah, psychotic state. Where's the tree before? This is where it was in this map, but on our first map, we accidentally cut the tree down because of a growing zone. Town in prison near the Archonexus structure to exploit both the indestructibility and the mood penalty. Maybe, although right now, if you want to recruit a prisoner, you want them to be happier. And there is currently a beta patch, so it'll be out on, or a test round patch that'll be out on the live game that makes it so they also convert faster if they're happier. So probably not for long. It won't be worth it. Prison is one of those. Don't mind getting woken up about. Yeah. So Screwball we might take. We'll reduce his first. Hers we're going to reduce. This one. So this is the one we're not. Actually, we might. Yeah. All right. Maybe we'll get Word of Trust off of one of these early ones. Shall see. Shall see. Don't just convert everyone. I do, but there's a reason I go in the order I do. Exclamation convert will as a short clip that explains it, but I reduce resistance, then I convert, and then I recruit. But for more details, there's that short Twitch clip there. Make sure you click the link and not the video, because for some reason clips are screwing up. Yeah, it's because he's having a mental break, so we can't let him out right now. He's currently psychotically wandering, so they won't do anything for him right now. You know what? Let's smooth this room for the prisoner that we want to speed up the process on. Spider recruitment on Woozy. I might just take her and convert. Mining, shooting, fast walker, greedy. Oh, why are you greedy? Greedy can't be at a barracks. Oh, well, she can, but she'll have a mood hit. Still worth it, I think. She's a killer. She's a killer. Steadfast, nimble, kind, also very good. Good at cooking, crafting. And there's the trigger happy. 18 shooting. Ugh, psychite addiction. I want him to get over the psychite addiction. And there's a lot of good people here. Holy crap. I don't remember the debuff. It's like -8 or something. They're staying in the prison rooms, but then our people that are jealous will get upset about her. We still have jealous people. I'll have to double check. Do you have anyone that's jealous? Doesn't care about a barracks, but as soon as someone else has a bedroom, they care. No, we don't have anyone that's jealous. So she could just keep this bedroom. All right. Recruit her. Who was it with the recruitment? It was Woozy. And we'll convert her after. Oh, she just had a crisis of belief too. So it'll be easier. Nice. Still stomach. Tet, get your gun now that you're back with us. We'll recruit her. Is me a floor? What is this madness? I know. What's up with that? Crazy. It's crazy, I say. 89% normal marine armor. Wow. That brought in. Let's go on. Dan, welcome in. Maybe it's Denugs. I think it's Denugs, isn't it? Did I do that last time? You give up rolls if you have them to start the next part of the Archonexus. No, I kept them. Yeah, I kept the rolls. Well, that's not true. Carlos, I switched his, so we didn't need the specialist at that stage. But or didn't need the building specialist that early on. But it's Denugs. I thought so. Thank you. Oh god, look at all that. I don't know. I don't know. This is dangerous. Galvarino, come grab those. Cyril, grab the barrel. Ideology gives you the crafting specialist, human primacy. Yeah, she's got me trying to steal our food, that's for sure. Guy named Dane wearing shorts, some of those fluffy Ugg boots. When you tame the wild man or woman, they join as a colonist. Yeah. All right, new recruits. Give her a name. She's gonna be a godly shooter. We need to make her a better weapon. I mean, she's gonna be awesome either way, but... Oh, wait. Let's give her the minigun. The good minigun, and set her up as a shooting specialist. It's time. Gotta convert her too. During the conversion ritual, 67% because of her high expectations. Alright, where is she? Woozy, convert. What did she go down to? Oh, she was upset, so it reverted. She went up.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
She's not really going to be able to do much after she's a shooting specialist, but I got to see it. Pyroclastic, over the 10 months. Thank you, Pyro. That's a long time, man. Double digits. Say hello to my little friend. We should also give her a gun link. Oh, my lord. This is going to be insane. All right. Let's replace her lungs. Let's see. Stall lung, right lung. Woozy, you do that, please. One down. Stall lung, left lung. He was already on it, but... Alright, look at that. Just like that, no longer have asthma. Let's give you a bionic eye. Was it 4.1? Oh yeah, but she got the mood hit. Thank you. So she'll convert really soon. Alright. 2 eyes get that extra 6%. Maybe. We're just gonna go ahead and run it this other way. It's gonna be a little bit more steel, but that's all right. That's all right. These ones, when we can deconstruct, or we have to actually attack them, we can deconstruct them. All right.
A gleaming endowment.
Angry old man. Thank you for showing me your gleaming endowment. Thank you, angry old man. Thank you for the additional support. 1,000 bits. That's a lot of bits. Thank you, angry old man. You know, your colonists then decided to risk your colony that had so much wealth. The second colony raid had a centipede and a termite. Yeah, I felt like I overdid it a little bit with 60,000 wealth, but I know some people are going into it like 100, 200,000. So I think I'm just gonna maybe stay at that 60 or less. Did you manage to survive it? Or did it end up getting you? Can't remember. It might need one more tile to reach. Low difficulty settings, manageable with only 5 pawns. That's that tough brawler. Or someone else. Powerhouse. Oh, never mind. I got it. Tough brawler. Magnificent attempts. Do not have collision with each other when they come through your slowdown tunnel. I'll end up pouring into your kill box at once instead of one at a time. You know what causes that? It means that they're not in combat yet. Units only get collision when they're in combat, so I'm not sure how you would force them into combat at which part of your tunnel. I'm guessing you have traps in there and stuff like that, but I don't think they enter combat on a trap. So yeah, I'm not sure how you'd go about getting those ones deep down there if you're having trouble. Are you using the 2-wide or the single, or? Oh, he had one of his lungs destroyed. Well, you don't have to worry about that asthma in that lung anymore. Single one. Yeah, I'm not sure what you can do about it. But that's what causes it. Yeah, any unit that's not in combat won't have collision. Yeah, if you have like Berserk Pulse or something like that, you can make a bend in your slowdown tunnel, and you could those actually go through the wall, the pulses do. But turret at the end or something. Cure asthma, this one simple trick. Just shoot yourself in the lung. Something I meant to do also is make low shield packs forever. Dry trap tunnels better than single ones. It just depends. You can watch that clip if you want. That explains a little bit why I like the double. It's lower wealth and it's lower maintenance basically, but depends on what you want. You're set up to be. I'm liking the double overall, even though it takes up more space. How to use the berserk in the tunnel? So the pulse moves like that, unless they've changed it recently. What you can do is you can have like a U shape. And so, let's say this is the tunnel you walk down for your pawns, and you have a wall here, and then your slow tunnel goes around it. Okay, so in this scenario, obviously it'd be larger than this. In this scenario, raiders are coming around this turn right here, but you can actually have your pawn come down this tunnel and cast the pulse here, and it'll impact all of them as they come around that corner. So you can use Berserk Pulse in a place like that, or Vertigo, or whatever. Berserk is crazy because they'll all fight in that corner, but yeah, that's a shovel. I just drew a shovel to explain my. See, in-game or enemies are very crowded. What you drawing there? How do they compare to rice, potatoes, and corn? Well, the good thing about so they're slower growing than rice, but we can just grow them without light or anything. So they grow 6 days baseline. They have very little sensitivity to fertile soil, so they're really good. It's one of those like just set it and forget it sort of things. It doesn't take a lot of work for it. Once they start coming in, it seems like you get so many of them. It's easy to keep people fed and even use chem fuel. In fact, on the first part of this, we had something like 8 or 9 chem fuel generators, and we were feeding like 22 people, and it never really felt like we were even getting close to running out of mushrooms. 12 soldiers. No, you can't have 12 of my soldiers. Been regrew in the same spot. Ugh. Autobongs rollouts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna have to be moved down some. You know what? Screw it. Is it 1 or 2 down is the question. Quest save, the colony's wiped out or something though. Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. It's like a backup. Home is about to get toasted. Get the shuttle, boys. We're not dying here today. Let's go on it, Mac. Welcome in. All right, let's find who we got on natural and move them to the end. So Tribe Child. Sal's in. Rachel is not. Got Airthos. Looking for natural meditation. Squid. Tet. Avin. Beats. Pepe. And then all of our original ones. Man, all these. All right. So let's go to meditate. Who is it? Pepe on down the line. All right. I think I might do the 444 on them. Well, let's see how much is getting done with this one. And then we'll go from there. Did she end up converting? Who do we rename them to? Oh, we never renamed them. That's why. All right, let's see who this god shooter is. Why, it's KingLoser. That's right. I forgot. We almost used you earlier on accident. Welcome in, KingLoser. Search inches out of stone. I don't remember that. I remember out of steel, but I don't remember out of stone. Meditating does satisfy recreation, yeah. Sets. Squid. I think they'll just assign themselves if I just let them, but it's all right. It's not like we have much else to do at the moment. Cyril. Pepe. I know our first 5 were, but beats. Avin. Griffin was not. This was Powerhouse. Was not. Aerthos was. Galvarino. Is that all? I think that's all. Aside from our original. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. All right. Then eventually we'll do those. All right. This one, yeah. Off for this one. If you want to know how to deal with them, though, Execution Bugs is a short clip that will, or 2 clips, depending on which stage of the game you're in. It's gonna be a lot of travel time down there. That's the reason I'm thinking about that 444, but we shall see. Shall see. Also think I am going to put some turrets in here just to pull aggro. Give us a little bit of leeway when raiders come in. Sorry, wealth. Almost at 200, so almost at that stage where we're really going to start pushing it. KingLoser, we need to finish getting you converted. You're really close. Christ. Well. Maybe another Muzz? Oh, God. Come on. Keep an eye on you. Might have to arrest and tame. Well, that sucks. No configurable storage. Oh, my lord. Look at that mess. Are you the best at this, Bard? Let's see. You got a 13. Yeah, you're the best at it. What's happened? They had a extreme mental breakdown and became a wild person. Kind of that stage now, I have one guy just making legendary jade statues or some other high wealth things you could do. Speedrun it. Long range mineral scanner set for gold. Have caravans out mining the golds. And try to kill as many people that come on your map as possible. So, like, when they start running away, chase them down. Because if you kill them, their food and weapons and corpses are going to add to your wealth. That's actually how we ended up getting to the 350 last time, as we got lucky and had 350 tribals die on our map all at once. Yeah, running wild is a really annoying one. Back in the day, you used to be able to just arrest them afterwards and just, they would rejoin that way. But now, if you arrest a wild person, they still need to be tamed. So, Thrumbos for good wealth. Yeah, you can just start hunting everything you can on the map as well. Like, start smoothing stone and walls, building walls, flooring. Flooring is nice for gaining wealth because it can't be stolen. So if you have like a lot of gold You can put it in the floor. Gold floor is not flammable, unlike gold walls, and raiders can't dig up the flooring, so... Right Wild is the worst. Yeah, I really hate it. Reasoning for keeping everyone on bed rest priority. Have it on from the start. So no, I usually don't have it on. So generally, I have bed rest completely off, and then I turn it on as needed. But now that we have so many colonists and we have a lot more people on doctoring, I don't mind it so much, especially with all the idle and whatnot. So if they're in a little bit of pain, then oh well. Man, is she going down here? Come on, Bard. Yeah, I usually micromanage it myself. Force harass people without it, yeah. I hardly ever use it, but later on. Christ. KingLoser, come on, man. You're gonna go live down here with Pompiana? I might still just arrest them. I'm Randy, has given birth. Fails. Christ. Gotta be with your people. Did you stop distributing our goods out in the corner of the map? Same run? Yep, same run. Same run. Alright, finally start getting that done. War merchants. I thought it was a raid when I first saw them pop in. God. What's our arrest on Woozy? Only a 50% chance. Well, KingLoser, I sure hope we get you back. Gazelle is in a mental state? Alright. So ideology specific mental breaks. Series that 100 extreme break. Pawns could start freaking out, speaking in tongues or something. Yeah, I thought there was going to be some of those too, but unfortunately not. That's when they were starting to leave the map. Gotcha. Lots of cougars, yeah. A half-speed mod? I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that. That'd be interesting. A slow-mo. Hey, we got that bionic eye done. Too bad KingLosers ran away. That was supposed to be for them.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Who was that? Soul Eternum. Soul, leave the subscription also. Gift subs and the sub for yourself. Thank you, Soul Eternum. Good hero, thank you for the lurk. You rang. New random ideology at 50% certainty. Yeah, I wish there were more breakdowns, or ideology-specific breakdowns. Like I'm actually a tunneler one where they just start digging. It's like, I know I must go deeper. Stuff like that would be pretty cool. Yeah, my pleasure. Glad you're enjoying it. Okay, as soon as KingLoser wakes up, we'll try to tame him again. God. Wait, does anyone have a taming inspiration? No. Resistance broken on Frenchie, so now we'll go ahead and start converting. Videos on YouTube, undo Arco ending. Is this the play? This is the same playthrough, yeah. I'm behind on YouTube on this one. Hopefully I'll be able to get it caught up the next week or two, but this is the same playthrough. So if you don't want spoilers, probably don't want to watch much today, but same one. Random mining breakdowns would be incredible. Yeah, they just dig deeper. It's like, I must go deeper into the mountain or whatever. There could be a themed one like that with all the ideologies. That would be cool. Loser, wake up. All right, Taman. All right, here we go. Return to the Wild doesn't give the catharsis. I don't. Yeah, it does. It does. Interestingly. Should have converted them before I recruited. Thought about it. I talked about it even, and I just didn't. Druids start planting trees. Maybe they start tearing trees down to make the other people unhappy. Yeah. They're like, screw these stupid trees. Start cutting trees. That'd be an interesting one too. Come on, KingLoser, eat this human meat. Yes. Welcome back. Hang on. Is that smoke pop still down there? Get that on. You even remember your old work priorities. Look at you. Fantastic. You want to haul these in while you're down here? I don't care if you want to or not. We gotta get them that minigun again. Just getting them converted. Okay. Your shooting dropped to 19 while you're out there. Sad times. All right, here we go. Giant sloth out there. Yeah, we actually had. We were attacked by 62 manhunting mega sloths earlier today. Not just giant, mega. There we go, KingLoser. All right, nice. So now we're gonna make you into a shooting specialist. And where'd that minigun go? Oh, I can't wait till we get to use that. How many? We have the first one. Yeah, we're on to part 2. All right, nice. Oh, animagrass. Animagrass. It's a Christmas miracle. Why, we haven't seen animagrass in years. Like 10 years. Right, we made that. I don't know if I'm actually gonna give them bionic eye. I should probably be giving those to our 5 that are moving on. Wait, did we already get eyes on all of them? No, we didn't. They have 1 eye each. No, I gotta test it out. I gotta do it. KingLoser. Stall, bionic eye, right eye. Already researched whole tech tree.
He will join
as much
us
as we wanted
or
out of it,
die,
yep.
Master.
Twice we've done it. Sully Turnip, they read another gift sub. To Nezarathian. Probably. Thank you, Eternum. Take the eye out, which you're ready to move on. That's a good point.
He will join us or die, Master.
Sully Turnip, not done yet, apparently. I think we're gift sub to. Is it Adam 6? It's ADM. I'm gonna call you 6. I think we've got gift sub to 6. Very much appreciated. More love to Sully Turnip. There's actually collapsed right there. Interesting. Interesting. Bionic eyes, minigun, still equipped to wreak havoc. Oh, that would be terrible. Coming on a pirate raid to destroy us.
$5, Buster.
Toys leaving 500 bits. $5, Buster. Thank you, Toys. Appreciate that as well. Crisis of belief on Snowball. Screwball, rather. Screwball. Frenchie working on converting. Alright. More time with the melee hit chance formula. Trying to figure out how much losing 1 eye would drop melee hit chance. I do not know that one.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
I think I'm gonna work on getting those second bionic legs on these guys though before we go. Maybe. I don't know if they really need it. Arc Shift. Thank you for the subscription as well. So, thank you for the resub. Thank you, Arc. Much appreciated. Much love, Arc. True, I'll struggling a little bit. Yeah, where are we at? We're at 17. Oh, man. Oh, maybe I will put these 5 on there. Don't worry about it though. What I grow in the hydroponics right now, that's where I get my medicine, my cloth, and our dye from. Medicine, claw, and dye.
You will join us or die.
Probably need to switch it back over to wood now. So we got plenty of cloth. Yeah, I need to do some cycles of wood. Let's do that. Let's do that. Nezarathian, thank you for the gift sub as well. To Merville. Thank you, Nez. Much appreciated. Paying it forward already from Slowly Turnip. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Turns out doing a rancher ideology who get -10 when they don't eat meat on a desert biome is a pretty bad idea. It does sound rough. Tet and Naked Rachel getting into a fight, not getting it on with Naked Rachel. Naked Rachel flagrantly insulted Tet's stylishness. Well, I mean, gotta agree. Comes around, goes around. Yeah, thank you guys. What size map? This is a 275 map, so one of the medium size. One up from the base. One up from base size. Yeah, no problem. And I might just put the other 5 on there. We still haven't made a hospital in this run either, which is a little scary. Could turn this into the hospital. It's not really being used for anything else. The body parts are already in there. That'd be a good idea. Osquared, the granny redemption has been changed, man. I'll still do it for you, but I'll do it near the end. It's not cool. I made it half the price, but I changed what the redemption does. This is the second part of the quest, yeah. Remind me, I'll do it still. I'll do it. Oh, Frenchie taking people out. Frenchie's that tough brawler. Not so tough anymore. I mean, after you down 2 other people, I suppose. Which shines with the anima tree boost, wealth, and psychofocus gain by a low percent. I don't really care about psychofocus gain. It's only the anima growth that I care about. So I don't care about the psychofocus gain at all. In fact, I want them to meditate there longer to get their psychofocus target so that it grows more grass over time. And I mean, I know you can make them out of stone. I usually make them out of wood. Yeah, I do know that the nature shrines within the green circle offset the psychofocus gain loss, but I want them to be there. Let's see your anima tree now. You should post an update of your time. I did look at it finally. I think the LMG might be useful to shooting specialists. What's the benefit of anima grass? So at 20 anima grass, you can consume it on someone with natural meditation to level them up in Psycasting and get the next Psycasting skill from the next tier. So for instance, we have someone here that's tier 4. When he gets 20 grass from this, he'll go to tier 5 and hopefully get Berserk. Berserk Psycast. Yeah, building there, the anima tree now reduces psi focus by 30% and also reduces grass grow rate by up to 30%, I should say. Still worth, though. You know that? Yeah, yeah. Marriage. We're gonna need another double bed first time in forever. Who is it? Squid and Airthos. Who's working on that? Let's have Carlo do it. Squid and Airthos. This furniture is engraved with an artwork of semi-salty squid saying her marriage vows to Lord Airthos, while others look on solemnly. Wow. One that actually makes sense. Who knew? Squid and Airthos. There's a dresser right here, yeah. Show the benefit of the shooting specialist? Sure, yeah. So, they get +7 shooting accuracy, aiming time reduced by 50%, which is one of the really big ones. They will no longer be able to use melee weapons. They also can no longer cook, construct, grow, mine, plant, cut, smith, tailor, or craft. But they can do things like clean, haul, research, etc., social. But the big one is the +7 shooting accuracy and the -50% aim time, which is just crazy. Yeah, one dresser for 20 people, it's fine. Super efficient dresser. Post it on the Discord. Yeah, thank you, Woozy. I'm really curious to see it. Yeah, now she has a minigun, bionic eye. No, we haven't seen it at work yet. Yeah, we finally got it set up, but... Alright, so they are actually ready to be recruited if we want them. Tough brawler. Put them on animals and research. And hauling. Let's let them get healed up all the way first. Oh my god, there's stuff growing nearby. Crazy. Which day number is this? 794. No, I don't need any more research. I got everything that we need. So I already tore those down. This will eventually be a hospital. Another claw candidate? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. The sleeping spots missed the breachers. They did. Yeah, the first breach we had after I set that up came all the way down here to where they were, and then all the way over to this one before they came to the base. Yeah. I don't think we can make them. No. Whoops. We haven't got that. If we end up getting the tech print for that kind of stuff, then we'll build another research bench. Oh, research, I meant like scan for research job. Yeah, they can scan for minerals. We'll be cool with a Z layer, like extra floors. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt they'll do it with this because that would be, seems like that'd be a crazy amount. They'd have to update, but yeah, it would be interesting. I don't know how well it would work out, but door fortress, power claws. That's genius. Yeah. Can't use melee weapons here. What if your hand's on the melee weapon? Shooting frenzy on Rose. And we haven't had a big raid in a while. Should probably just be quiet, be happy about it until we get this grass done. It's so far away, they're not getting to meditate there very long each day. I mean, they are getting it down to a 25% multiplier, so maybe that's fine. We got stream, Door Fortress comes out on Steam. Yeah, I'll definitely be trying it out on stream. And if it's good, I'll keep going. Shooting specialist, fire, and EMP launcher. What is the EMP launcher normal aim time? That's Pretty good, actually. So instead of almost, or 3.5 seconds, I guess it's just a straight cut in half, right? So 1.75. Kind of crazy. It's good to kill on 3 shots. Next 20 shots don't go out. Speed the minigun. Yeah, we have them on them right now. Even if the target dies, it's a burst fire thing, kind of like the assault rifle will still do the 3 burst. So I think the other shots will still go out and hit people around. I don't know how it interacts with trigger happy plus shooting specialist. We did get a trigger happy person, didn't we, earlier? That might be one of the prisoners. Does stack. Do you know if it's like additive or... There they are. Trigger happy with 18. So we'll be finding that out pretty soon as well. How are we doing here on our gear? 12% recon armor. We need to get them a new recon armor. Bard's got a brand new one. So before we get done on this map, we need like 3 more recon armors. Brings back the barracks bonus. Thought you read that somewhere. I don't know. I don't think so. Squid, you have a wooden foot. Man, look at all that. How do you plant lilies on the mountain floor? You need to be a tunneler, and then you put down fungal gravel, and fungal gravel just allows you to plant whatever you want, just like normal dirt. It just doesn't have very much fertility at all, like normal dirt, and it needs light and heat still. So fungal gravel through the tunneler ideology. Man, we're almost gonna have a new Psycast the first time for friggin' ever. $100 pack of what? Mega Slaws again. Can we take out 30? I probably shouldn't try it. Alright. That would go out to them. They can go in there. That one's shut. Are we safe going in this area? Should be able to go there. You take him out, I think so too, but now they're just extra defense, so should be alright. Yeah, I guess that would have been a good time to see the minigun, but might as well play it safe. Thanks a lot again. Yeah, less this time though. We had 62 earlier, and this one's only 30. Inspired taming. Pepe's like, I'll get out there. I'll tame every one of them. Not how it works, Pepe. End up losing to 30 Mega Slaws. Yeah, to test out a minigun, that would really suck. After this many hours, almost 800 in-game days. Man, look at that huge patch of rich soil. Same Mega Sloth, Manhunter. No, earlier it was there was Mega Sloth Manhunters earlier, but it was from a quest, so. You're at 911 days into your tiny map. Bet it looks a lot different than this, huh? I know it does. You know what? Let's do a leader speech during this. See if we can get a mood buff. 93%. Let's go. Come listen to me. Maybe we'll get some extra inspirations. $68,000 wealth. You're still by yourself. Encouraging leader speech. Nice. Nice. Time map run at some point. Just loves for all like huge bases so much though. Keeps going up. Stuff is getting hard for 2 pawns. Can't do violence though. Level 6 Psycaster now though. Capable of violence. Ugh. Oh, those were skulls. I was like, what? It's because the ceremonies take on the theme of whatever your style is for your ideology, and our style is morbid. So those were skulls. Yeah, they look kind of like pretzels. I never thought about that. Tough, nimble, cannibal pawn. Also a wife. Hard to say no. We've actually dropped some wealth. I would like to get at least a... Uh-oh. Do not let them in. I'd like to at least get the tier 5, which we're about to do. Spider recruitment. Yeah. Might use that. Do not let them in. Oh, God. Nope, they're parking here. You guys are dead. You guys are dead. Yeah, I thought about it. It's not even going to be close. Bows versus Megasloths. There's only 13 of them left. So much sloth. Alright, this should be interesting. You got a shield belt. Did you see the minigun fire? It's like a straight line. It has like no misses at all. Oh my God, it's like it's laser targeted. That's insane. Where are you, loser? All right, let's go. Come out here. KingLoser, come on. That's unreal. Oh, that's so much damage. That's just a good quality one. That seems like it's going to be pretty strong, I gotta say. Imagine if it was a legendary, yeah. Oh, I think that's worth making, or using up. What do we have? We only have 41 components. We can make more components. We gotta do it. Oh, we might not have researched it. Oh, because I didn't think I was gonna be making one. Is it worth to get a new high-tech research bench just to get a better minigun? Can you mine with it? All right, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it knocked out. We gotta see it. Gotta see it. Protecting nobles. Oh my. That's like 300. 2 raids of 300 tribals. That would get us to the 350,000 if we killed them all. But I'm not ready to go yet. So that's without a gun link. I need more. I want more Psycasting first. Bionic arms do good. Bionic eyes will, but not arms, I don't think, for shooting. 900 plasteel as well. It's crazy. Off of overconfidence, yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. Go frenzy. All right, let's see what we get as our. How much grass is gonna be left over? 8. That's amazing. Finally, tier 5 after like 10 years, literally 10 in-game years. Please be something good after all this. Let's go, Bard. Welcome in. Berserk, berserk, berserk. Fire skip. Sell this calling the stream? Probably. Yeah, that's why I'm getting to. Fire skip, very good. Super, super good. Alright. Not berserk, but maybe we'll get berserk pulse on 6, which would be godly. Right. Fire skip, very, very, very nice. Should probably have a second backup colony to fire skip too in case this one falls. Just throw someone over there by themselves. What's fire skip? Fire skip, you can teleport that person and all of your pawns and animals within a pretty big radius, a big circle, to anywhere else on the entire world map as long as you have another pawn to teleport to. So, for instance, if we had a colony over here, we could teleport back and forth from it. Berserk Pulse, I believe, is tier 6, right? There's a Berserk and then Berserk Pulse. That's the difference between the tier ones. Can you far skip someone in crypto? I don't know. Yeah, far skip is really, really good. Yeah, as long as you have another pawn on the other end of it. So I'll show what it says actually too. Far skip, level 5. Skip the caster along with anyone standing near him to an ally at a distant location. This can send people far across the planet, but only works if there is a willing ally on the other side to use as a navigational beacon. Skip people will always appear near the random or near a random ally on the targeted map. Farscape. Once you get past that 350, yeah, probably will just send someone off. Also to win without a kill box, yeah, it is. It's much harder, especially on 500%, but it's possible. Oh, right, you're missing an eye and an ear. I forgot about that. No, Woozy, no! Woozy got it. Woozy got it.
Join us
handled.
or die, master.
Yeah, like if you... Yeah. Like the crazy in-game raids would be very, very difficult on that. You have Farscape, never read it? Yeah, it's OP. Yeah, so it makes it so you can caravan completely safely. What you do if you want to caravan, if you have 2 Farskips, is you drop pod someone over to the map that you want to caravan to, for like a far, mineral scan or whatever. You drop them there, and then you can Farskip there with the animals to that map, mine everything, rejoin the caravan, and then farce get back home with everything without having to travel at all. Screwball got knocked down too. A-Ram, thank you for the gift sub. To John Crichton. The gift sub A-Ram to John. Much appreciated. Can't fire skip if you're over your carrying limit. That's interesting. Yeah, I never noticed that. So I usually have pack animals too, but yeah. You can't like skip between 1,000 steel unless you have the animals to hold it. Fire skip psychic raider run may be fun. Yeah, that would be really good for raiding ideology. Yeah. Says you can't fast travel while over encumbered. Is there that you can make a launching pod in the Underworld lands? Or Underworld land? You never use far skip? Far skip is so good though. All it takes is side focus. What are we back up to? We're at 11 grass. Drop pod, trade, far skip back, could import back to buy a Muffalo, and then you could far skip. All right, what are we up to? We're at 17. Screwball. We're gonna wait until he's over his Psychite addiction. Maybe we just do the auto join. If they're bad, we just sacrifice them anyway. Yeah, let's try it. Because we might get a god shooter from that and not have to worry about this. If I could target Psycasts, right now I mainly want Berserk Pulse. Berserk Pulse is incredibly strong against everything. So Berserk Pulse is my really like main one I want. If I could choose. If we get trade ship coming in, oh my god, we have so much human leather still. That's one that I would buy. Speaking of, let's call in a bulk goods trader and get rid of some of that. Right. Visible, yeah, skip, berserk. Skip is really, really good. It's usable in so many situations. It's like 80 focus to jump though, yeah, something like that. How many good crafters I have? Only like 2. Only like 2. All right, so this goes well. Pretzels, now I see it. It's 70%, thank you, 70%. This goes well, we get an auto join, they're terrible. We'll sacrifice them for easier raids. Unforgettable. All right, we'll just get the mood boost then. We'll wait on the other festival until we have backup wood. Now you want pretzels and beer cheese? The blind people don't get bonuses in the darkness, no. Can't believe the minigun kind of thought it was a meme that it would be that accurate. That's crazy. He just lasered it. Yeah, really silly. Chance stays that good? I don't know, man. Yeah, that's nuts. Oh, it's so accurate because we get 25% increased aim in the darkness because of our meme, and then he is also a shooting specialist. It's a raw +7 accuracy. So that warrior ate some of your emu. It's wild, man. Something at home. Use the rigs to evade your kill tunnel. Had 14 breach raids in a row. Not a single attack from non-breachers. Yeah, we've gotten so many as well. Right. So the research bench is back up. So now we need to get the multi-barrel out so we can try to make a legendary minigun. See how that one goes. Well, this one was super accurate because of her aiming, because of her setup. Let's take a look at it. Shooting accuracy 99.5%. Oh my god, she's super accurate all the way from 45 range. So with a sniper rifle, she would be able to hit things almost every shot as well. I mean, obviously it depends on cover and all other factors. That's insane. 99.5%. It's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. 19 shooting skill, shooting specialist, darkness beam. KingLoser can kill anything. I go to 15. Yeah, we can go higher. We can add another bionic eye. Archotech eye. Better minigun. She has one bionic eye. Let's see if we do some mining with a gun. Alright, KingLoser, can you do some mining for us? At that range, some of them are still missing. Where's the most accurate range for a minigun? Medium to short range, so about 12 tiles. Alright. 3 rounds. Shooting specialist? Yeah, they still handle animals and do research. Add a gun link. Marks. Yeah, we didn't even add the marksman command or anything. That's good. No marksman command, no combat commands. Solar flare, making everyone idle. So on Twitch cops, so come in. All right, there's that bulk goods trader we're waiting on. Spade, it's the colony and knows that monuments you have to investigate. Being your craft map, use the map reroll mod. Found a good map, generated structures don't appear on the newly generated map. I don't know, yeah, I don't know. Do you have an old save file or something from the run? Because it might be that mod screwed your win condition up. I'm not sure if you can redo it or not. You got Venometric power cell. You have to go off-site though to get it. Pretty good for a tiny map. Pretty good in general. All right. Buy all your components while you're here. That's great. We'll buy all your steel. Well, we're not going to be able to sell them all of it, obviously, but... You have a jump pack. Alright. It's good. Keep the 7 as change. Thanks. Jump pack, yeah, it's tempting. It's tempting. Shop quick follow. We're returning to the YouTube videos. Never on Twitch. Wondering if you ever thought of uploading a sorcery playthrough. Maybe, yeah. People have asked me about it. I usually don't do overhaul mods, and I was actually about to start doing some more modded playthroughs right as 1.3 was announced. So it's really on the back burner now, but I'm not opposed to it. But if it happens, it's going to be a while. Jump pack minigun. Yeah, thank you, Morgan. All right, we're about to get up to our tier 6 and final Psycast on our main pawn there. Then I think I'm going to get the other ones. Man, I don't know. We're probably not going to be able to sell this colony today if I'm waiting on all the anima Psycast. But I mean, it's smart to do, especially when we're going on to the next part. So, I mean, this is a long playthrough already. We've already been playing for 13 in-game years. No real need to rush it, I suppose. Lose the run. Like, if we had had Psycasting when we landed and almost died to the Muffalo, that would have been much less scary, much less scary. So. Does weapon accuracy have any impact on hit location? I don't know for that. Yeah, like whether it'll be more likely to hit head or heart or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. No, 20-year run, probably. All right, almost there. Saving Scoot. I don't know, Scoot. Scoot. Who cares about Scoot? Is it already? But how much Psycasting are you getting? You mean like focus and stuff, or how many I'm gonna get before we leave? So this one is currently reduced by the max. So meditation or Psy focus gain and anima grass growth is a minus 30%. I don't know. Like, I feel like I should get as much as possible on these 6 or these 5 before we head out. Yeah, I probably should have started it as one of the first things on this map. But if we get all 5 of them, since Psycasting doesn't add to your wealth, like it's super worth getting. But if take time doing it, once they all have them, neurotrainers, yeah, exactly. I think it's worth in the long run, as long as we don't die while we're waiting. Let me get that set up in case we need to evacuate. We have to jump 2 more times, I believe. The next one, I think I'm going to fly through much faster if we can get set up with the Psycasting and stuff. All right, it's time for tier 6. We're looking for Berserk Pulse. Not like we can choose, but... Berserk Pulse and Far Skip. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. We waited 10 years, but we got what we wanted. Berserk Pulse is so strong. It's so stupidly strong. That's so good. For anyone that doesn't know, it berserks everything in a small AoE, so the enemies just fight each other. Works on mechs. It's on everything. Well, everything that we care about, anyway. Cut was the sacrifice required. Imagine that had never gotten cut. We'd already have them. Thoughts on new DLC? Is it worth it? So I am super biased, obviously. I've played thousands of hours of RimWorld and played as a job. But, so keep that in mind. My opinion on Ideology is that it's definitely worth it. However, it is much more about the themed playthroughs. It's all it's about, actually. And the story, rather than combat. So it didn't really add anything in those other regards. So for instance, Royalty had a lot of additional combat-related things, new weapons, mech clusters, off-site problem causers and stuff. This one is all about the social and story aspect of the game and themed runs. So if that sounds awesome to you, if you're already maybe doing themed runs with mods or on your own, with your own, you know, self-imposed limitations and whatnot, then this expansion is going to be exactly what you want. It's going to be perfect for you. If you mainly play RimWorld because you just like combat, bigger, harder combat, that kind of stuff, it doesn't add any more difficulties or things like that, including the breach rate. It was 1.3, not Ideology. course, Ideology adds things like shooting specialist and whatnot, which do help with combat, but it doesn't add new stuff. So there's a like really short rundown review sort of thing. Streamer luck. Yeah, there's a lot of new roles and combat-oriented roles, but nothing new like combat-related items and whatnot. There's new ending as well, which is awesome. That's what we're headed to right now. So your question is the girls only Dark Souls run not coming to YouTube? It is, Hershey. So sorry about that. It's all been recorded. I wanted to get timestamps up on it. I have someone helping me with timestamps for the Darkest Dungeon playthrough. And I'm not saying this in a negative way at all, but they haven't given me any new episodes in about 2 weeks. So I'm all caught up. So I'm going to try to do my best to start doing them myself again and get them on there. But yeah, it is pretty high on my priority list. It's just that the person that was helping hasn't been able to help in the last week or so. A family-friendly stream. Harder combat. Bigger combat. A lot of power, gaming potential via mood buff, debuff management. Yeah. No, that's, I mean, if you want to, Eat Boy, whatever you would like to do, but from importance, the Arco run is the most important on there right now. Our daily routine, yeah, sorry about that. But it is pretty high on my list, yeah. Carlo has an inspiration. Oh no. Should we just use it on a charge rifle? Just on a charge rifle? I should probably use it on something that we're going to take on our main 5. I know we have like 8 days. It's almost there. I probably shouldn't waste that though. Use the minigun. Are we out of plasteel again? Crap, we are. Tomorrow, probably. Yeah, that's awesome, boy. Thank you for helping out. It does help a lot. One case, strategy may not be worth purchases. Players attached to the way social interaction works in the base game, and or doesn't want to go through hoops. Satisfy their colonists. Yeah, there's a lot more things about satisfying their moods. Yeah, absolutely. How over on power are we? We need another recon armor. I think I'm just going to use it on that because I know the minigun thing. It's already super freaking good as is. Man, we need... Yeah, we can just put him on it already. Alright, let's do it. Wait, what are we missing? Right, we have no plasteel. That's right. Alright. Run though and decide what things will make colonists happy, angry. Yeah, I like it for sure. Alright, Carlo, let's turn you off of crafting just while we're waiting on getting this plasteel. Also off of construction. Mega TV screens, not a machine available that can roll joints. The future really sucks. Yeah, no fuses. You can't bore out a tube for a barrel of any kind. Well, not for a mortar. Future's overrated. No fire extinguishers. Spaceships and no cars. I could start doing the long... Now that we have one far skip, yeah, I could start doing the long-range mineral scanners. That's true. Could just brought that one down too, I suppose. Immersion broken. But there's an Autobong. Don't forget the Autobong. I was talking about weaponized Autobongs the other day. So, for anyone who doesn't know, the High Life has an Autobong that, once it's in a room, I think it's like a 5-tile radius or something, it just pumps out smoke. And anyone in that room gets stoned really fast to a minus 30% consciousness. The smoke can travel around walls, but not through vents or doors. So, I was thinking about, in a real run, seeing if we could weaponize them by doing something like this. So, the Autobongs would be right here. And then we'd have a wall like this. So the Autobong would be inside this wall, and that smoke would just fill this. And as the enemies come through there, they're going to have minus 30% consciousness, and they're going to be downed, like, super quickly. So, weaponized Autobongs, I'm going to try it out in a future run. It should be awesome. Can't figure out how to build a wagon or a ship. Yeah, no wagons. Can't waste that one. And it does work. Yeah, that's awesome. It's one of the first things I thought about when I saw the Autobong was, how can I weaponize this? Yeah, I already harvested the plasteel meteorite, yeah. Yeah. Kind of forgot about this. Second Sunblocker. Yeah, they're not that uncommon, honestly, in royalty. I mean, they're a royalty thing, so. Meteorite down here is the limestone. Yeah, about that, yeah. Yeah, about 30 minutes, thank you. All right, let those 3 get that stuff. It's pretty close to the edge of the map, which is a little scary. It's all right. They'll get it. Is one of the tree memes needed to get dryads in RimWorld? No. You can get a dryad seed on average. If you're not in an extreme map, you get one about once a year, one of the seeds that you have to harvest. If you are the tree huggers, you get it one on average. I think it's about every 25 days or something like that. You can choose the cast and whatnot, but you can't do the cast to make more trees, is the only thing as far as the dryads go. Or one of the main things. Yeah, the tree pruning takes forever. And the dryads themselves aren't very good. Best one's probably the hauling one at the moment, but the combat ones are pretty bad. Unfortunately. Yeah, the tree pruning is insane, especially if you want to keep 4 dryads per tree. I just breed hauling animal. Yeah, because you can only get 4 haulers out of it, but then you lose that person pruning the tree all day, every day for those 4 haulers. So someone doing animal training to like huskies or labs basically are done. I just train them through once and they're, for the most part, done. Not really worth the time investment. Yeah, really hope they change them a little bit. All right, he's at a 1.5. Happy's at a 0. So go ahead and start converting her. Frenchie, 0. That's right. We're letting them. They have a stab scar in their brain. Yeah, I just don't know about this one. A hauler becomes 4. Yeah, if they're also playing, but prunning's good to get someone without interest though to level 10. It does give a lot of experience, yeah. Right, I think we probably... not quite. Almost had the plasteel up. Oh, these guys have garbage. Well. Their pants deteriorated to nothing. Sorry, prisoner. You're naked now, though. You know what? We should probably not put the SMG right outside the prison. Come to think of it. Let's go ahead and turn that off. The smoke launcher's fine, though. 2 more, you can finally review it. That's your 1,000-hour mark. How are we doing on this junk down here? Cyril. Let me get some of that. Galvarino, did I turn you off of there? Yeah, we did. So that brought up, we'll use Carlo's inspiration for a good recon armor. Rare thrumbos. Only 3 this time. Easily down them. Alright. So, Carlo. I think they were still bringing it up. Oh man, Powerhouse took out Griffin. You guys alright? Powerhouse. He's bleeding a little bit. He'll be alright. Oh, we didn't finish replacing Squid's lungs. Or replacing lungs, I should say. Install lung, left lung. There we go. Woozy. Handle that. Carlo. That recon armor. Legendary time. Oh yeah, thank you. Forgot to reset that after you stop being wild. Yeah. Not that it really matters for them, I suppose, but... It's like 2,000 wealth per the Thrumbo Corpse, though. Come on, Carlo. It's gonna be 3 tiers higher than it should be. Or would normally be, I should say. Frenchie, I'm sorry. I would normally take you. I want to take your lungs instead. Left lung. Kidney. Right lung. Go, Carlo. Go, Carlo. Go. Sounded good, Trader. Hey, a ship. It's been a while. Brain stab scar. Yeah. Tough brawler, though. Or was that in the last run? The melee run, I should say. How'd you need plasteel? Skip. I should probably buy a skip. It's pain block. I don't really like pain block. Yeah, it has its uses, but... Oh yeah, do the roof trick with our weaponized lightning. Skip is so good. Alright, I'm gonna get one. Instead of plasteel. Most versatile? Yeah, it has so many uses, yeah. That's what versatile means, Adam. Sergio fell on Frenchie. Why? Wait, who did it? Oh, I see why. Whoops. Sorry about that, sir. Pain block on like a wimp, for instance. Nice to help them fight. Doesn't count hostile abilities. It doesn't reduce any stats. That's interesting, yeah. I never thought about that. So unlike Word of Joy, where the royals get mad at you. There we go, thank you. Alright, Squid, which one do you need replaced now? Your right lung. Alright. Legendary! Carlo, I'm gonna be in the front lines, alright? Alright. So I got the Psycasting. I gotta run up and use Berserk Pulse. I need it. You must understand. You understand, Carlo. You understand. What's the defense on that thing? 165.5% sharp resist, 72% blunt. Nice. For things to not found much like, tunnelers are good. Maybe pair them with transhumanist. I really like tunnelers, yeah. Tunnelers in darkness seem crazy good. Crazy good. All right, Woozy, time for finally a second Psycaster. Probably gonna teach you, probably give skip to you once you get the other stuff, depending on if you get it or not. Pain Block. All right, not really what I wanted, but. Yeah, Word of Joy reduces, you have Joy Fuzz. It reduces consciousness. Kind of like a Joy Wire does. To and from front lines, you can Berserk Pulse and get away easy. Yeah. What a couple we're making. Sounds awesome. Alright, so we got that plasteel coming in. Got some more back here we can mine to technically. Unlock Cataphract armor. I believe we did, right? So I'll probably be doing Cataphract helms before we leave. Well, maybe. So we still need a few more recon armors. Got some squishy surgery going on there. Oh no, Frenchie died. Oh, how'd this happen? No, I didn't. Did we end up growing it? I don't remember. Let's find out. Now we can make the minigun. Okay. That's kind of black and gold. It's kind of nice. Provide people with no lungs. If you use resurrection serum on them, they'll have the lungs again. Yeah, it replaces their body parts. It'll even replace the head. If you have someone that had their head eaten off and you resurrect them, their head comes back with all their previous memories and everything else. Let me catch up. Do more characters have plus 25% tree pruning speed now. Little 20 ponds can do. Oh yeah, I haven't tried it out. That's a good point. A gas car. I did see that there was a patch note about. I think at the same time they split it into its own stat screen, so you can see what's impacting it. It's awesome. All the puke makes you laugh. I do. When the mountain base has a hole inside of it. You can fill it in with wall. That's all you can really do. Just fill in with wall, as long as it doesn't go to the edge. Just got the ideology DLC. Oh, I read that. Rotation for any cast used on them. Unlocked. Cataphract. Got that one. Walk in the door in the fridge. Oh, thank you. It's probably been there a long time. It's a good thing we weren't overproducing meals. Thank you, thank you. You're on your raid and screaming wildly on seeing you doing surgery and cooking on the barracks where a tenth of the floor is dirty gravel. Yeah, usually not advised. Team Jones from the old colony. Prisoners being held. He's managed to get a radio. Being held at a camp. What was he good at? 11 turrets and 1 pirate. We have a smoke launcher. How far away are you, Team J1s? From the original colony. Sniper time as well, yeah. Ooh. We can just drop pod and Farce get back. It's kind of scary because have to take me. KingLoser one sniper to pack a gun. Gum problem solves. Was it that one? Yeah, it's this one. All right, we'll do it. Take the minigun guide with us. I'm probably gonna go with 4 people, even though it's overkill. Yeah, my character's gonna be just fine. Yeah, legendary armor. Inspire your people. Lead the charge. Let's see. We need to get enough focus to come back easily, so let's have him do that. All right, when we get that side focus, we'll be on our way. So, selling spree on Sterile. Whoa, that's the first breakdown we've had in a long time. I think it's because I've been letting him go off on their own. He was the one coming down here and... yeah. What, he's already over it? Alright. Siege. Who's nearby? Same spot as last time. A little bit bigger than last time. A little bit. No! There's already a shell in one of them. We're up to 69 pirates. 4 Doomsday rockets. It's a juicy hit if we can get it. Oh, we got it all right. Use the Doomsday on our allies. Oh, the screen's shaking like crazy. I'm pretty sure there was some Doomsdays just tossed out down there. Griffin, you're missing your weapon. Christ. Who has the Doomsday? Front guy. Front guy. Another Doomsday. Where is he? Right there. Why do they keep doing this? I'm gonna build a longer bottleneck because for a long time most of our raids were breaches and it was just things like that just get destroyed nonstop. All right. Yeah, I don't know why they're trying to get in here when everyone else is out here. I don't know where he was heading. I guess we need to put that elsewhere. Maybe even hold that open. So they're trying to come up the middle. Another amazing shooter. Another Doomsday. Tortured Artist, which is really good. Another good shooter, man. Alright, for it all. YouTube, it is me. Nice to meet me. That's awesome, yeah. Thank you for being here. Fab, welcome in. Storyteller just sends breach raids if you build too much defense. It's what it feels like sometimes, yeah. Math's so dark, the raiders can't find our colonists. Just don't look at it, it's fine. Alright, now get patched up. Stop me from bleeding, it's very important. Now I'll tend to you, you see? See how this works? Olive, we shot off your middle finger. Alright, let's get the mood boost from that. Okay. What are you actually at now? 214. Shooting? Ah, it's fine. We won't be able to take them with us. They're pessimists. All right. Do the travel raid quest? No, we did not. Yeah, we don't really need many more, if any. Masterwork recon armor. Okay. That one is woozies. 3 more. We might just pump wealth. No, I don't need anything before you become a cowboy now. Great memory, too smart, double passion, melee, and cooking, 6 in crafting. He was one of the last ones to join. Thank you for looking at that. Yeah, thank you, Spree. So he's probably not worth saving, but I might save him anyway. Or if he still has like the armor and stuff that we gave him from last time, that'd be interesting. All right. They are almost at 0 resist. Happy is at 0 resist. And converted. Nimblekind steadfast. Alright. He joins? Oh yeah, you were the first part of this colony, Team Jones. Yeah. First stage of this playthrough, I should say. So we have a quest to go save you at the moment. Which I'll probably do once our Psi focus is up to 80. We're enjoying quite a while. Do you remember how so much? Yeah, it's very nice. It's really very nice. Screw it. Let's see what we get from this, if anything. Oh, even the cats are joining in. Got an auto join Speedy. Psychically hypersensitive, natural background, yeah. Fast learner, night owl, cooking, shooting. Welcome in. Oh, wait, how old are you? 52? Oh, it's all right. It's all right. All right, next from the queue, we got none other than, wait. Was Misfortune in this run? I don't remember. We're in the first part of the colony. Don't remember. If so, I guess you're in twice. Calling us on the 2x6 schedule from the start, or wait. I usually wait until we have our outer walls done of our base. Right as we get to moderate expectations. So somewhere between like the 50 and 80,000 wealth range. Usually. Speedy, can you haul this crap in while you're down there? Thank you. Thanks, Speedy. I mean, Misfortune. All right, you're gonna be priority hauling, cleaning, cooking, mining. In fact, let's put cooking as a 2 on you. A fun sacrifice. They're in the second base. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's a relative of Misfortune, I guess. Then that's kind of what I was thinking too. Night owl in the daytime. You're gonna have to suck it up. Comes up. You're not gonna be here. Why just be here all the time? Just never leave. Don't worry about it. You know? Alright, let's get some more of this stuff. That's why you're here. Why would you ever leave? Come on. Unforbid all the things. Or the double strange shirt, you see? That's right. That's right. I was going arrested. What about the Borland seeds? You think they were trying to get to the animal sleeping spots as well? Like breachers do? Welcome in. Arrested John, Team Jones, Tone Dog, J4, Kryptonite. Sorry if I missed anyone, but welcome in. All right. Now we have some escape pods. Probably should have built them touching so we could do launch group, but whatever. All right, he's at 0.1, almost there. Happy we have set to recruit. Starving. Oh, crap. That's right, Woozy's laying down. Hey, hey, screwball. That's for Happy. Only one was far skip. Well, I'd like to far skip back. So drop pod there and far skip back. We don't ever have to worry about an ambush. You start setting these up again as well. A little scary. Oh, the stream? That's awesome. Dude, Tree Bones for letting me know. Thank you for being here. How are we doing on allies? Oh, aren't we gonna... Yeah, who is that going to? The blue guys? Well, it depends. Plus 67 isn't enough to re-ally them. So we'll send them some more. Some others. I was going to say that you appreciate the content. Calm down. You have your anxiety. Keep it up. That's awesome. Thank you. See, I'm glad it helps. Keep you distracted in a good way. Okay, see. Man, you're still alive, Aaron. They're not even guilty anymore. They've laid there for so long we don't even care about. Ah, I can't remember what they did. Sure, it's fine though. How much more crap we need to haul? Oh my lord, so much. YouTube finally came to see you live. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm doing my best to get more up on YouTube as fast as I can. But yeah, thank you for watching all that. Come in with RimWorld as well. I know some people find from Darkest Dungeon still. RimWorld's the most common. IDs on them. If I was gonna do that, I wouldn't do wood floor. I would do the fence trick, the log trick. But the thing is, we just don't have wood. We don't have wood. We have 155 wood. That's the most wood we've had in a long time. For anyone that doesn't know, I don't think I have a clip out of it, so I will show you. Stacks of wood actually burn longer than wood floor, and no matter what the stack is on wood, whether it's one piece of wood or 75, it all burns the same length, the same temperature. So one thing I like to do is... Oh, happy joins. Happy join, I'll get to you in a second. One thing I like to do is go in here and turn construction off on everyone. And then I will do... I'm not going to do that because I want to set it back up. Then I will have them build a fence. But not actually build it. Hang on. Are you just hauling? I just want you to haul. Delivering to the floor. All right. So once they've delivered this, and I'll do a big section of it. I don't know where they are. Jeez. No. I built it too fast. Anyway, usually once they build it, you then cancel it, and it will drop a single log on the floor, and then that burns as long as 75. I've showed it once or twice in the last, I don't know, within the last week or something. I need to find a clip of it. But usually I turn off constructions that don't build it super quickly while they're getting it set up. But I turn it back. I just don't want to deal with having to redo it. All right, Happy. Let's give you a name. Happy's real name is Turok. Welcome in, Turok. No dinosaurs to hunt here. Plenty of people, though, to hunt. I might give you a chain shotgun. No. Turok, dinosaur hunter. And what was your background? Child spy. Another cook, jeez. We don't have a lot of people on planting. Just 3 people. Are they all on priority? Yeah. Talking about cooking strategies for bugs. Oh yeah, that was it. That was win. Thank you, John. That was when we did that. That can be used for any kind of fire tunnel or whatever. What are we missing for the recon armor now? Plasteel again? Plasteel. Still winning, yeah. Today's been relatively chill aside from all the Doomsday rockets. Right, Woozy, tier 2. See what you get, Woozy. Tier 2 is not really a great tier. Blinding Pulse, one of the best ones from that tier, though, if not the best. I still need to give him skip. Her skip. Where do we put that? We'll wait. They might still get it on their own, right? What is skip? Is it tier 3 or 4? Blind is good, yeah. Probably the best in that tier, I would guess. How's our psi focus? We're almost there. Alright, so who's going on this mission? I'm gonna go on it. So I'm gonna put a 1 in front of my name so it's easier to find me in the caravan, whatnot. We're gonna take KingLoser. And then... do you want to take smoke? Or just a sniper? Probably sniper's fine. Alright, time to convert Screwball here. Oh, no, he's already converted too, right? They can go. Okay. So KingLoser, I'm not gonna take the minigun on you. I'm actually gonna take a sniper rifle on you. I think we should be alright with that. Right, so as soon as they're recruited, we'll give them, I don't even think we need the smoke then, right? No. What all outranges the turret anyway? It's 29. Quite a bit. Sniper will be enough. So we'll take the normal gun on them. Just as backup. Tier 4 for skip, you think? Let's go on Justerium, welcome in. Alright, let's move this down. Get that move, please. So where Misfortune was in the first base almost a week ago. Got kidnapped by pirates. See base fell. Oh, right. So they're actually still in the game somewhere. Oh, well, I guess. The Q moves. Someone's wife died off map, maybe. That sounds pretty familiar. New Ideology run on YouTube. I heard about the 20 seed. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really big map, so it gets kind of laggy, but the seed is just incredible. Yeah, it's really good. Get these rocks out of here. Got plasteel to mine. Okay, Screwball is in. That moved. Screwball, what is your name? Screwball's name is Sandy. We've done so many runs recently. I feel like Sandy was in recently as well, but oh well. Q moves. Spent the points. They're in. Sandy, I think we're going to make you shooting specialist also, although it's going to get rid of your mining. I might just not care because you're also trigger happy, and I want to see how that ends up playing out. So, yeah. All right, Sandy, we're going to put a 1 in front of your name. Works, just generated at 100%. It should still work. We actually loaded it up since 1.3. For sure you're doing everything the exact same. Default sliders, 325, 325 size, 100% world, 80 AM VS, all lowercase. So unless it changed within the last week, because we checked it, and the only difference was it had a bunch of ancient junk in the center. So yeah, that's really weird. Is that what you're getting too? That would suck if the seeds have changed the last like week or so, week or two. So we did try it since 1.3. Yeah, it should just be world settings. I'll have to double check it too. All right. Eyes of a Rush. Oh, you haven't checked. You might have checked reverse south and north, perhaps. You know what? I might take a sniper on them too. Nah, I won't. All right, let's do it. Let's go save Team Jones. For better or worse. Yeah, those ones are not touching, so I'm gonna have to do a 2 and a 1. Probably group up right outside, then go in. So launch group. Sandy and KingLoser in that one. And then in this launch group, myself. I need to grow some more medicine again. I've gone through a lot of it. I'll take a little bit of medicine just in case. We shouldn't be there very long, but just never know. Hopefully you have all your limbs. It's got Blinding Pulse, one of us. All right. Get in there. What's left? Nah, it's fine. Hurry up. Alright, there we go. The reason I dropped to the edge is because they're not in a group. I didn't want them to hit the map in different spots. I guess it could have just combined. Alright, there we go. Drop the edge. I've had problems with it before where they are like spread out. So the first drop pods will drop in like the bottom left, the other one drop in the top right, and then one of them gets bum rushed by some weird reason. So you did find the seed? It still exists? Good. Good. Yeah, no worries. The videos? Yo, dude, welcome in. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying them. All right. Here we go. Should check the range there. Wow. Team Jones, it's you. Oh yeah, you were pretty good. You're pretty good. I gotta remember to release them this time. Yeah, that's what I was doing. It's still one more battery, but 2 more batteries. So I have another kin incident. Free them. There we go. Actually remember to do it this time. Some components while we're here, I suppose. I don't remember if you have to still zone these to get it, so I'm just going to do it just in case. Alright, got everyone. 12 components. I really don't care about the food. Alright. Form the caravan. Far skip on back home. There we go. Team Jones, first person saved from the first colony. The person we ran into, a Solar Dog, is dead. So, welcome back, Team Jones. Welcome back. Look at that, he even remembers his schedule. Nice. Jones, what was your background? Urchin. Urchin. Alright. Another friggin' cook. Jesus. I think we're gonna start pushing wealth now. Think we got enough fighters. 21. Kind of wanted to stop at about 19 to 20. So... Alright. I come back so fast. It's a Psycast from royalty called Farskip. Farskip. Which wealth do we have now? We're at 225, so... let's go ahead and make that other ally again. Before I do that, though, I'm going to split the recording for YouTube right here. Let me go ahead and split that. Stream will continue. That's a good place to... The Team Jones save. All right.